Hey guys, back here on the four-wheeler again. Today we're going to knock out some of the body work. We're going to put the rear fenders on, get that tightened up. We're going to put the front mud flat pieces here on, get that done. And we're probably going to do a little bit of work on the front end. We're going to end up having to change these kingpins in this thing. Especially this side right here. It's really bad. Got a lot of play. The other side's not as bad, but both sides are bad. I'll show you this side here. Get it jacked up here a little bit. Yeah. That's about to come off. It's so bad. Show them the other side, actually. That side's not near as bad, but this side here is really bad. I figured we'll go out and check the kingpins on the parts frame. See what they look like. I mean, if they don't have no play in them and it has good kingpins, we may just change out the whole front assembly. These wheels and tires on here, they have a wicked camber to them, and we noticed when riding it, this thing can be hard to steer. So there's something bent somewhere, and I can't see it with my eyes, but there's something up here bent or just tweaked, or something's not right. So I don't know. We're gonna have to check into that. We're gonna go check out the parts four-wheeler, see what the front end looks like on it. But just to get something done, we're gonna go ahead and start working on these back plastics here and see if we can get them put on and go ahead and get the rear end of this thing put up now, and then we'll explore some more into this front end. So get in the parts box over there actually, and go ahead and grab us the bag that says rear plastic bolts. Do it.
The rear rack outline.
I don't know, maybe. These are the front plastic. The back plastics.
Yeah, okay, that's on here next to the blue box.
Alright, let's see here. We'll start with these right here. Get my Phillips head screwdriver. We're also going to have to come up with an air box lid. We don't have one of those. See if we can find one online.
It is.
If not, we can make one out of sheet metal maybe. I need to make a trunk lid too out of sheet metal. We'll have to bend around some of these little brackets back. Bring the rear rack back here, because it's what really holds all this on. Is this a good one? Yeah.
Yeah, this is
The gray ones were the good ones, wouldn't they?
The other one is attached to the other thing.
I'm not sure how good this is. It has to mount back in right there. Okay, that moves around. Alright, so we have two bolts that bolt in right there to that. And hold that down. Hold this up and let me find those two bolts. Okay. here. See what size they are. You may just go ahead and set that off for a minute because I need to clean these bolts up. And we're going to need a 12 millimeter socket. 12, I got it 10.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Put that socket back up.
Yes, okay.
Grab the heat gun too.
Okay.
We'll take some of these old dilapidated stickers off here. We're not going to get really in depth with cleaning this whole four-wheeler up because he's going to ride the whiz out of this thing. I mean, plastic's in pretty good shape. They're not busted. They had some pretty good scratching and stuff on them. We're going to clean it up just a little bit, but we're not going to focus a lot of time on that because, like I said, he's going to use this four-wheeler. He sprays the property here with weed killer and stuff, so we have a sprayer that will sit on the racks or in a buggy. We're going to put that sprayer in a buggy, let him tow it with this, do his spraying. So this four-wheeler will be used, it'll be worked, and it'll be for play. So we're just not going to spend a whole lot of time. If we were going to sell this unit, then yeah, we'd go through and just, really clean everything out. But since we're not, we're just not going to do that. We're going to get it, looking pretty good, running really good, and then. Alright, putting down the bottom mud flaps now. Are you lined up with that bracket inside there?
Yeah, it should be.
Alright, well then let me get in right here. Put the screws in it. It's not lined up. Where's the bracket at? Here, hold these two screws. Alright, I got that one in. Maybe. Yeah, it's in. Alright, give me another screw. Alright. Another screw. Screw.
I don't know anymore. Oh, there's one in there.
Alright, good. See it right there. Okay. We've already put the other side on. So the other side is good. Now it's just lining this one right here up. There it is. Alright, get in there and tighten off 5 of those. And that'll be the mud flaps on it. And we need a screw right here. Should be this one. Right here. I think that one's supposed to also be screwed. That should be everything it holds the back plastics on. So we're in good shape there.
There you go. No, they're tied on.
You got that tied on?
Yep.
Alright, tighten them two up top.
Okay.
See them right on the top.
Oh.
This one and that one down there. Alright guys, this right here, bull linseed oil. You can just get this Walmart, anywhere like that, hardware store. You just pour a little bit on your rag. And what this will do, it will restore some of the color for a while, but it will make it super easy to clean this thing. And just basically just wipe it in. And it'll shine it up a little bit, you know, but overall, it's just for basically the ease of cleaning this thing after getting it really muddy. This stuff's good for your antique car too. I use it on the Cadillac. We'll put a light coat over the Cadillac and then dry it off, and it will help. It will help with keeping the patina good on the car until we get a good clear coat on it.
Why
And it gives it a little luster too.
why is it screw bent?
You may have to get a longer screw out of that bag. Put in there.
Pretty sure just like that lined up. What was that?
You just go around wiping this on. Wipe it on, and trust me, a little goes a long way with this stuff.
There you go.
As you can tell how much better it's making this four-wheeler plastics look right out the gate.
A longer bolt? I mean, a longer screw, you said?
Yeah, here's your breaker bar.
Oh, yeah.
Wipe it on, and then flip your rag over. Just kind of go back and just dry it.
So this is miscellaneous and stuff. They don't have names on it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Little bit on, dry it off.
That's a long one.
Make this thing look real nice for a while. Now this is something you can't just do once. I mean, if you're using bull linseed oil, you know, you're gonna have to put it on periodically, time to time.
There it is.
Swap sides with me. Let me put some linseed oil on this side.
Smells like sushi.
I don't know about all that. Really?
It does.
Don't smell like sushi. And I'm just putting, you know, thin coat on. Just wiping it all in everywhere.
Not how the bolt.
And then just flip my rag over and go back and dry it off. Now, I've seen people use torches on these plastics when they were bad faded. My Rancher four-wheeler, my personal four-wheeler, I did that when I bought that four-wheeler on the cheap too. We done a little bit of transmission work to it, carburetor work, cleaned out the fuel tank. It's an orange one, and that orange had faded really bad. And I used a torch on it. You got to be real careful not to hold it in one place. I mean, you got to keep it moving, but it did. It worked. It brought the orange back, and that thing looks really good.
Hey, Dad, for some reason this bolt, that's all it's on a go. Like,
Okay.
I got a long one.
I believe there's a bracket right there that actually holds that. It goes from here to here that we don't have.
Yeah.
We'll have to make that bracket once we get a proper battery. Did you
Well, no, it's not going anywhere.
come over here and take this ratchet and tighten this bolt up right here?
Wait, what's bolt?
That bracket bolt right there.
Okay.
That needs to be tightened up. That bull linseed oil, it goes a long way for them plastics. I mean, it really makes those plastics look good.
This is a wrench. Oh, there it is.
I'll get all this in here.
Oh,
It's almost like using a wax, basically, is what it, puts you in mind of. We're going to have to find a trunk lid online or make one of the two. Because you'll need a trunk lid for your pins and straps, stuff like that.
ooh. I keep putting my bolts in the same, my sockets in the same place, and then I keep going to the place they're not.
Alright, flip this over, dry this off. Make them old plastics look like new money.
It does. It looks really good.
Yeah, that looks good. I'm really happy with the way those plastics look. I'm just glad they're not all busted up. Alright. Boiled linseed oil. If you got old patina cars, four-wheelers, heck, this stuff's even good on your lawnmower. I mean, if you like to keep your lawnmower clean, I keep mine blowed off. I don't polish it, but I do keep it blowed off. I don't let no grass sit on it. This stuff here, you wipe it all over your deck, grass blow right off. This stuff's great. I mean, you can pick it up cheap too. I mean, it's not expensive at all.
What I was looking for, the baker ball.
Got out, spent a little time on this thing this morning, get a few things done on it. Trying to wrap it up. So he can get to riding this thing. We don't have far to go now. We'll put the front plastics back on here probably in a week or so, after we investigate that front end a little bit more. We'll want to make sure that, it has good wheel bearings, has good brakes. This handle here's got to be, this brake handle right here it's pretty bad. You can see it's broken. We can get this off the other parts four-wheeler though. I'm going to get all that straightened out. We've got several things here still to go on this, but it's really nothing major. The hard stuff's over with. We still got to accumulate a few parts for this thing too, that even between two four-wheelers we didn't have. Battery box lid, trunk lid. He could use a front headlight, and then we may end up having to order in some new bearings for the front end and a set of new kingpins. If those kingpins on that other frame mower are good, we're going to use those. I'm just going to swap the whole front end because I'm gonna take you around here and show you this front end on this thing. As you can see right there, I mean, those things, they really look like something's bent. I don't know. I'm gonna take you down low. We'll get a close-up look at that so you can see what those tires actually look like.
There you go.
You can see they're cambered out pretty good. Now, I looked at these A-arms right here. They may be bent. I can't really tell. The shocks don't look too good either. But they do look about the same. The tie rods are not bent, however, so that's a good thing. But as far as those A-arms actually being bent, yeah, I don't know. I can't tell with my eye. I can't see any visible cracking that ain't already there. So, who knows? We'll get that other parts four-wheeler in here. We'll take a look at it. About got it wrapped up. The brake handle cable is busted on this one. We have a good one outside on the donor four-wheeler. So today's job will be changing that brake cable and this brake handle right here so he can stop in the front. Has no front brakes at all. Hey Axel, you want to bring that camera in right here and we'll show them what we're working right here. Show them this brake handle right here. How this cable's busted out of it. Missing the piece in the back. You can see right here this cable's all stretched out and it's missing the locking piece right here, the adjustment screw, gone. So we're just going to change this whole thing. This perch is not in the best shape anyway. Now if you follow this cable right here, it goes down under here into this box. Show them this box right here. Show them this box right here. Right here on the bottom. Show them this box right here.
Wait a minute. Hold on, restart.
This right here is the lid, and this is grease that's inside here. But right here is that cable. And it hooks up right here. He's got just a basic ball pin on the end of the cable, just like a carburetor cable or anything else. But everything feeds right in here in this box. Top cable comes in, and it comes out this little bar. You've got these two cable ends right here. One goes here, one goes there. Pull this handle, it pulls that up and activates both front brakes. It's very, very simple. Very easy to maintain. It's not the best in the world by any means. It's not the best. But I mean, hey, it gets the job done. So, you know, it works. We're going to put the one from outside on it, see if we can't get this thing to stop. First thing we done, we took the 3 bolts and took this plate off, cleaned out some of this grease. And now that I've got the cable freed up, I can pull it down and see. I've got to find, there should be a space in here to pull this cable free. Boy, that is messy. Get me a dryer rag, get me one of the shop cloths or something like that. So I've got this grease just flat all over me, and I'm good at getting dirty. After we get these brakes straightened out, we had some front end problems with the steering. Thought we was going to have to do some stuff there. It don't look like it. I got all the tire pressure up on this thing to the right correct pressure, and it steers great. The only issue is we still do need to change these kingpins. However, I think that they will make it through the rest of the summer and into the winter. So we're going to let him run this thing out, test it, try it out a while, and then this winter we'll pull it back in and do front kingpins in it. But for right now, I think it's okay. I think he'll get by with it the rest of this year, and we can revisit this next year. But right now, we got more important things to do, like make it stop. And there's a spring right here. Now that thing there, I don't know about that. There's no notch in the top of this anywhere for that cable to come out. The bottom has notches. I may have to take the bottom loose and then just replace that whole piece is what it looks like. So your bottom cables are going to come loose, and then this whole mechanism will come out. So we'll do that. Actually, while I'm doing that, you take this and, nope, I lied to you. You need a Phillips head screwdriver to take the perch off. I'll bust them both free, and then you can take it off while I take these off down here. You Phillips head?
Oh.
I need a big one.
Yeah.
I'll need a bigger one than that. Probably a number 2 Phillips. Or in country talk, the medium size one. Well, I can tell you right now, this is a quick mess down here. That's going to have to be turned just right to release the cable. Probably going to have to get this top where we can move it freely. Let's pull a little slack out of it now. Oh yeah. Yeah, now I can see it. So we'll see here what's going on. Alright.
Is big enough?
That ain't gonna work.
Oh.
Where is the Cobalt
Oh.
screwdriver? They're laying around somewhere. Warm out here this afternoon. Nice afternoon. Let's see here. Come down, bring that down right there.
There's a Cobalt one.
Right there's one. Well, I thought I had it. Right there. Well, that thing just slipped right back in there. Okay. Got one out. These things here, I can tell you right now, that's aggravating. There's the other one. Now you can see this mechanism. It don't look like okay, I see now what's going on. I'm not sure that you can get this out. Yeah, there it goes. This is a design almost to where it's fail-proof. There's no way that this could, it would literally have to break, you know, for this to give you an issue. And I don't think I'm not sure. No, we're going to change the whole housing because I mean, if it does come out of this housing, I'm not sure exactly how it does. There's not a, this pin is loose in here, but it does not have a gateway to release that cable out of there. I don't know how you would ever get one back in there if you did get this out without maybe bending it. I'm sure that bending it and then crimping it back would probably work. But we're going to save this nevertheless because, like I said, you could open that up if you really wanted to. But we have another cable and another end, so that's the way we're going to go with this for now. No, it's way small. We got to have a medium-sized Phillips head. You can't round these bolts off. Let me go see if I can find a screwdriver.
You get one from that.
That one's too big. I need a medium size.
There's none in that one.
Alright, go ahead and take that off right there. Here.
Both of them.
Save that. Don't lose any of them parts because we can probably reuse those screws and the clip that holds that perch on if anything ever happens. Alright. Now, give y'all a close-up shot here of this unit right here. That's the tap that goes on top of it. And then I showed you the cable. So now, we'll run out back here, grab the other cable, and we'll be right back with it. Now we'll put this thing together. Alright, we got our other cable off of our donor four-wheeler. You can see the rubber and stuff on this one's still in pretty good shape. Got a little split right here, but should be fine. Everything else seems to be in good working order on this. Could use a little lube though, I guess. So we'll spray a little lube up in here and get this working really good, but this one's still in pretty good shape. As you can see, the bottom cleaned up real nice on it. So we'll see if we can't make something out of nothing right here. I'm not going to mount that to the handlebar until I get all this down here hooked back up. And we'll turn this around right here. I'll drag you in close, and then that way maybe you can see a little bit better. Everything's going to work. Now we just have to get our cables hooked back up on here, and there's one. And alright. pipe. We got a lot more slack on this other one over here. Hey, hand me a rag.
Okay. You want this or I'll give you
And
one.
hand me that flathead screwdriver too. Right there it is. Alright, let's see. Take that mirror off. We'll go on. Right like that. Alright. There's the one. The hard one. Well, what I assumed is going to be the hard one anyway. Dry my fingers off here. Again. It don't really matter which one I think that you put in first, but it's going to be aggravating either way you go. It's going to be one of them things that just will make you want to test it out. I'm going to try to pull this one here back out again and go for this one again. Get it in there. Okay. Now there's that one. Now this thing, you gotta get it to turn enough for you to get that other cable locked up in there. And that seems to be the issue, getting it. See, you could take these loose down there, and that's maybe what we have to do, is take them loose down here on the wheel. But if I can get them in without doing that, I'll put up with just a little bit of extra headache to save a little time as far as putting those in. Taking those off and we putting them back on. And I think that if I can get this to spin just another little bit, I would have it. But I don't know. It's not looking good. It's right there. Yeah, I don't know about this. It wants to pop. And I mean, it's right there too. Hand me another screwdriver. I can punch the. Hand me another flathead. I can punch that ball through there. I have it right here.
Another one?
Flathead, yeah. Yeah. Let me try something here. Try to move faster. Alright, there's that one. Now, gotta get this one on the other side realigned. Should be able to flip it up in there. Oh. That other one is not exactly where it needs to be. Okay. Now I've got both of them in there. Really wasn't that bad getting them in there. It is a little aggravating, I'll tell you right now, a little aggravating, but really wasn't that bad popping them in there. So now put the cable back up where it goes. Alright, Axel, we're gonna take this cable, pull it up here, hold it right there. Man, that grease is rough stuff in there. That boot, you have to have that boot holds all this together. That holds in your gasket, keeps water from getting in. So you want to make sure that you get this boot and your gasket back on in the right place. And I can tell you, that's not going to be easy because your hands are all greasy. You get your paper towel, try to work that boot. Back down over this thing. Okay. Alright. Now we'll put our perch back on for our handle. go ahead and get your first piece here and the screws.
Where'd you put 'em?
The screws are right here. I don't know what you done to that hurt. Yeah, the screws are right there. Typically these have an up and a down on them, but this one don't look like it does. Hold that handle right there. Where's that number 2 screwdriver? Should have brought it in from outside. Go ahead and grab that screwdriver. I got it right here. And remember, you don't want to over tighten these screws. You're going into aluminum. Alright. Oh yeah. She needs some lube, because it's a little sticky. But it's pulling like it's supposed to. Right there. Get those. Back in. May hand me some WD-40. See it right there on that table? I'm going to squirt some WD-40 down inside here. Right down inside, and see if we can't lube up these cables. Probably not been lubed for 100 years, so I'm going to shoot a little up in there, a little there. I'm going to get these springs down here. Get that brake cable spring on that other side on the wheel.
What'd you
Get that brake cable spring over on the other side of that wheel. Alright. So we got the cable on, got the brake handle on now. I went ahead and adjusted these a little bit, and it's basically just a little 8mm bolt up here and like a wing nut, and it just pushes that spring and pulls this in and out. As you can see, got brakes. Now they are, however, a little sticky still, even after adjusting them. Of course, we're working with used parts, so we're going to run it and see how they do. If they loosen up, great. If they don't, then we'll have to go in and do something a little more in depth this winter. But this is an old 4-wheeler, and it's sat for a really long time, so you know, once he gets it out and running it, then you know everything's going to start to loosen up, and it's either going to break or it's going to work. We'll drop this front end down, and we still got just a little bit more time tonight, so while it's still kind of cool out now, the sun went down, we'll try to check these rear brakes and see if we can adjust those. And the rear brakes, they're just like the front, they're manual, so it's just basically loosening cables all you're doing. We gotta find some tires too. Alright. Yeah, the brakes in the rear, they do feel a little draggy. It's not. This side spins a little bit better, I guess, but either side are a little sticky. So we'll get our old WD And we'll go back here at the back. My stool. Alright. Bring your camera back here and we'll show them back here. Yeah, this rear drum on this one is on this side over here. And it's there's some crap up in here. As you can see down in there. Probably have to lower the camera a little bit. I don't think that if it's dragging, it's not dragging by much. Alright, hand me an 8mm. It might be a 10, I don't know. I'm going to spray all this down in here. I'm going to get that right there and then try to squirt some up in that cable up in there. No, I need a wrench. I can feel just a little bit of resistance. So we'll back these back ones off a little bit. Maybe a couple turns and then see what it does. Do.
There's a 10.
Yeah, there was a 10. Backed it off about 4 turns right there. Alright, hit that other brake panel up there. Alright, let go.
Hit it.
No.
Hit it.
Yeah. Hit it and hold it down there. There you go. Alright, let off. Come here and spin this tire. Well, hold that brake handle down. There you go. Okay, release it.
What'd you say?
Release it. Hit it. Play off it. Alright. Come back here and spin the tire and let me feel the brake handle. Oh yeah. That's got pretty good braking action in the rear. The front needs some work. It still needs to be ran. It needs to be got back in the motion of running. So I think we're good on the brakes, and we are definitely good on the running. So I believe that's just going to about do us for today. Not bad for a quick afternoon deal here. Probably we spent about an hour, I guess, on it, between taking that cable off, figuring that situation out, going outside, yanking the cable off the other one, putting it back together, and then reassembling this, doing a little bit of adjustment, a little bit of lubrication, and a little bit of adjustment on the back. I think it's going to be okay, at least for now. I think the brakes are wore a little bit. We could really use a good set of brakes, so we're going to get those on order. But for now, I feel like it's okay to ride for a while, and let's see how it runs out. You know, about done with this one. And then we'll get back to the general maintenance on it probably in the winter. You know, we still got a couple of months to get through the fall. I want to see how these brakes act around here, and if it turns into an issue in the next couple of weeks, we'll get them on in here and we'll go front and back brakes all brand new cables. But they seem to be doing okay. The front, you know, they still have a lot of life in them. They're probably about maybe half, 3/4 the way they feel. So that's, you know, that's well runnable. Shoot, I know people that run them without brakes half the time, but that's neither here nor there. Don't run your equipment without brakes. Trust me, it's not a good idea. So the next video will probably be the last video on this thing, and that's just going to be us assembling the whole front end, cleaning that front end up like we did these back fenders, polishing the seat, putting a battery in it. We probably got, I don't know, a couple hours. Yeah, probably a couple hours, and this project here will be done. Be ready to ride and have a good time on it. So I guess until next time, don't buy it if you can build it.